Good morning and welcome your faces in for another video on myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. Today it's going to be a little bit different because we're not in Aphrodite because Aphrodite is going for a little bit of work. But instead we're going over towards Barnsley, me and Chris, to collect one of the rental trucks which is going to be replacing it temporary. Cheeky little stop at Greg's, why not? Looks to be a Mercedes truck that we're picking up today. Just arrived here now with Chris, 8 o'clock, just turned. So Chris has gone to get the keys, and now what we need to do is try and find where the truck is parked. It's either in that lot or down there somewhere. Oh. Still can't find it anywhere. Literally a needle in a haystack. We don't even know what colour it is. Or maybe it could be over there. These two look quite nice though, to be fair. It's got to be here somewhere. Any luck, Chris? It's got to be here somewhere, isn't it? That's quite a nice little Merc as well. By the looks of it, 95% of these trucks are all mirrorless. Hopefully, the one we're going to be driving has mirrors. It's official. Can't find it anywhere. Literally a needle in a haystack. Here it is, driving in through the sunrise. As I thought, mirrorless. Not a big fan of mirrorless ones, but we'll get on with it. Definitely been parked underneath a tree though. Quite a lot of leaves coming off it. Overall though, seems to be a nice truck. Plenty of steps. Nice and clean inside. Spare keys. Well, that's quite good. I've never really seen them before. So it tells you all everything you need to know about the pressures. And they're the mirrorless LCD screens. Plenty of storage up at the top. Oh, it has got a bed as well, which folds down. Having a little play about with the screens, just to try and get used to it, because you've got the steering wheel and then the screen is there, so it's a little bit too close personally, instead of it being over here as a mirror. Really like these screens. I think they look really nice. And I really do like the center console here. It's just so smooth. You got the radio, you got your phone, you got navigation. You got lights as well, so you can change the interior lights, which is really cool. They go to exterior, you can turn them on that way. Looks really nice, doesn't it? Then your navigation. So it's got a sat nav that comes with it as well. It seems to be a really nice truck. The seating position seems really too high for me personally compared to the MENs. And the mirrors, I'm not a big fan of, but you get used to them after a while, won't you? Right then, so we need to drive back to Warrington then, over Woodhead Pass. It does seem a really smooth drive though, to be fair. A little bit different from the MENs, that's for sure. Nice and comfy seats. Only downside is with it being leather, I feel like I'm sliding off it. To get back to the yard now, just following for the A616 Woodhead Pass, and then straight down towards the M60, around there onto the M656 and then the M6 North, straight up. So we're back at the yard for about 2 hours. Nice and quiet drive though, isn't it? Now, can you see what I'm talking about with the mirrors? It's just a little bit too close to the steering wheel. overall though, very nice drive. Some lovely views though driving across Woodhead Pass. Really is. This morning there's just a thick cloud of fog covering the whole of the valley really, and it was so nice. That's cleared up a little bit now. It's just a great little drive. It's rare that I come up this way in a truck. It really is. But a nice clear day. There's no problems in the truck whatsoever to come across here. Sticking on cruise control, 50 miles per hour. Got the average speed cameras down here as well. So there's no point speeding. Let's enjoy the views. Nice little scenic route. I'm on cruise control at the moment. It's set at 50, but I'm approaching the vehicles in front. It's telling me on the main dashboard I am 177 feet away from the vehicle in front. The vehicle in front is travelling at 40 miles per hour. So my speed is dropped down to 40 miles per hour to match it. Now I'm not braking whatsoever. This is the truck doing everything for it. Don't get me wrong, my foot is hovering over the brake just in case. I know some of the new Volvos can do that, where it pretty much comes to a stop and then carries on, resuming speed, etc. where you are. Never trust them 100% though. Always keep your feet over the brake. Honestly, the last thing you want is to go into the back of somebody else. So I'm going to resume cruise control. Just trying to locate everything on the steering wheel, where it all is, for the cruise control, etc. And driving in cruise control as well also helps your driving standards as well, to try and keep it better miles per gallon. As they've gone to 50 miles per hour now. I'm currently doing 50 as well. Vehicle in front is 315 feet away. Really intelligent, isn't it? I've got a green indication marker saying it's a good safe distance. So again, slowing down on its own, coming down to 40. Foot's hovering over the brake just in case. I've taken over for this little section. Got a cyclist up ahead. I'd rather do that manual instead of letting the computer try and do it. Because I don't have a trailer on, it'll be a lot easier to get past the cyclists as well. That they've turned off. What a nice little village all this is around here. Lovely little place, isn't it? Long set park to the left. That's a great place that for a butty wagon, if I say so myself. Officially up now on top of the Woodhead Pass. A628 goes between Sheffield and Manchester. If you've got a motorbike, this is a great little road to do a motorbike on. Been up here a few times when I was younger. Back in the day, used to have a nice little Kawasaki Ninja 636. Oh, it was my baby, it really was. I've been debating the idea as well whether to get another motorbike. I've not had one for about 15 years or so. My ears are popped now as well. It's a really weird feeling when your ears pop and you're full of a cold at the same time. Just see for miles and miles, can't you, on either side. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up though. A little bit lower position than I am myself. It's a nice and peaceful drive, that is for sure. Especially to the right and more, you've got massive lakes, huge valley. Oh, it looks lovely. The suspension on the truck as well feels really smooth. This could actually possibly change my opinions on Mercedes trucks, because I've never really liked them. I've never been a fan of Mercedes trucks. And I'll say to Chris before, one of the main reasons that I dislike the Mercedes trucks so much is the cup holders. I know it sounds really petty, but the cup holders on Mercedes trucks are garbage. They're too big. You put your cup down, you go over a little bump or go around a corner, it just goes all over the place. This turn right now, I am not braking, by the way. This is all cruise control. So it's slowing it right down, it's reading the road, and there's a turn, and then it's speeding me back up at the moment, which feels really, really weird, because it should be myself putting the foot on the brake and accelerating, but the truck is doing everything for me right now. Again, keeping my foot hovered over the brake just in case. The last thing I want to do is go right over the edge, but starting to slow itself down. It's recognising there's a corner to the right. This is so cool. Again, trust it with a pinch of salt, but it's reading the road completely, which is so weird. It's really, really weird. It slowed me down to 25 miles per hour to go around that corner. Doesn't feel natural. I've even got a warning sign below the speed limit saying there's a few bends coming up. Now it's taking itself back up to 50 miles per hour. This is so crazy. I've never been in a truck before which does this. Honestly, I've never been in one that does this feature. So I'm doing 50 miles per hour, it's starting to slow itself down. It recognises there's a bend coming up. Reduce the speed, yeah, it's going right down, I'm at 40. 36. 35. That's a big drop there to the left. Don't want to go off that barrier. It's recognising this bend as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly nervous that the truck is slowing itself down to go around these corners. Okay, I think I might have to take over myself on this corner. Hovering right over the brake. Nope, slow down to 26 miles per hour on its own. My God, that's amazing. And then sped right back up to 50. It's already picked up in 260 yards of right turn. Yards, another left turn. God, it feels so weird. Let me know down below in comments, have you drove either the new Mercedes trucks or one of the other trucks what do the similar feature? And if so, what's your opinion on it? I know it's a lot safer because it's a great safety feature. It really is. So if you've misjudged that turn, the truck is kind of helping you to make sure you're slowing down enough. But it just feels really unnatural. I've taken back over myself now instead. I feel a little bit more confident if it was myself braking and then making the judgment calls of how much to slow down around the corners. Let's be honest with you, this is probably the most perfect road you could think of to test out a feature such as this. Because there's that many little bends, left and rights, roundabouts as well. So when you're coming up to roundabouts, it'll slow right down coming up to a roundabout. So weird. I might start coming up and down this road more often if I've got a light load on. Wouldn't really want to come down on a really heavy load. Then not burning the clutch out, hard brakes. It's quite a fun road to drive down as well. Lovely little house. Oh, what a nice view that is. What a nice view it is around here. Kind of thinking to myself now, when my little lad gets a little bit older, come down here in the caravan for the weekend, do a bit of fishing on the big lake. Well, that might be a great way to spend the weekend, wouldn't it? A bit of family time, a bit of fishing, teaching lad how to do fishing. It's probably been about 15 years since last done fishing myself. Nice relaxing sport, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely looks like a nice place to do fishing. Pretty heavy traffic on the M60 at the moment. I could hear a siren, but I don't know where it was coming from. Think about it down below. Time is currently 11:15. So it's probably looking about 12 o'clock by the time I do get back to the yard. don't think I've got any jobs through yet on the PDA, so I'll check later on when I pull over. And imagine I'm staying quite local, doing a few collections. Won't be doing too much today. Another nice and easy day though, eh? Nice little drive to Barnsley and back. Just give enough space for these to get in. Back at Haydock now, and I've hooked up to the trailer that I'm going to be using for the day. And I've got to give credit where credit is due for the Mercedes trucks. I know I've always been harsh on Mercedes, I really am, because I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest. But one thing that they are superior at is the air suspension for the rear axle. For an example, when I go underneath the trailer and then lift up the rear axle using the air suspension, it takes quite a while to go up. But as soon as I push this to go up, watch how fast it reacts. A lot better. And then same for going back down as well. It's just a lot more responsive, which is a lot better in my books. The first job for this afternoon is going over towards Knowsley, collecting a full load from there, and then I've got to take all the stock down to our hub in Ashton, offload, and then there's a collection around the corner from Ashton for about 8 pallets. Collect there, offload back at the hub, and then that should be me done for the day. The time is currently 11 o'clock, just gone. I'm going to take a 45-minute break, and then I should be at the first client for around 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Around the corner now from the first collection. Time is currently 12:25. Due to be collected for 1 o'clock. So pretty much perfect timing to get there. I think it's 16 pallets. I spoke to the office a little bit earlier on as well. So it turns out I'm collecting the stock now from this client, and it's staying on the trailer, and I've got to take it to Haydock because it's getting delivered from Haydock to, I think it's Milton Keynes for tomorrow. So it's not going through a network, we're going to be delivering it ourselves, not me personally. Starting to get used to the mirrors a little bit, the little LCD screens. But it still throws me off at the same time. Just weird having a big screen is inside the cab next to the steering wheel. Nice and clear though, the camera on them. I'll try and show you when I pull over actually. So I don't know if I showed them properly earlier on what they look like. I suppose the screens are a little bit better than the mirrors for when you're turning around, so you can see where your lines are, because you can see them really clear there, can't you, sticking right out. And on the left hand side mirror, as you can see, you got them 2 little arrows at the top center of the mirror. That means that the mirror's like moved a little bit and it's trying to follow the trailer. But I'm unsure about what these markers are. If anybody knows, what are them markers meant to mean? I'd like to give a big shout out as well to Richard, who works at the place that I'm making the collection from today, because he just came over and said hello. So it was great to meet you, mate. I really appreciate you watching all the videos, and thank you for all the support. And it's even more of a good spot for seeing me out in the wild, since I'm not in my normal truck, so great spot, mate. Come back to the hub first before going to Haydock, because I collected 2 extra pallets whilst I was here. It just saves another driver going out later on. So dropping 2 pallets off here and then going straight round, drop the trailer off over at Haydock, and then I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day, because it's currently 20 to 2. I've just used the horn for the first time, and I think It's an air horn. Definitely sounds like an air horn, doesn't it? My word, I really do wish my MAN truck had a horn like this. I love it.
Should now head towards POL via Line Group 1.
Thank you very much. Some big piece of machinery there. Thanks, mate. Wow, that's huge. Looks to be one of them big shipping container cranes, doesn't it? Be a little bit tricky driving that around these roads. I wonder where they're off to or where they picked it up from. Down at the Widnes depot at the moment, and I'm going to be getting loaded up with 10 pallets from here, as we have a client around the corner that I'm collecting 14 pallets from, so that will fill me right up then with 24 pallets, because some of them might be a little bit bigger than normal size pallets at the next place I'm going. So instead of getting 12 from here and then 14 from there, not fitting them all on, it's better just to get 10 from here and then got plenty of space then, haven't we? I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I've been hit by a bus this morning. I woke up rough, really, really bad. So whatever the little man's brought home from nursery this time, God, it's hit me and the missus pretty hard. It is that time of year though where everybody just get ill, don't they? Change of temperatures and whatnot, a little bit colder, more of a wind chill in the air, and then nurseries. There goes Aidan. Lewis Hamilton on forklifts, yeah?
Come on, mate, yeah.
Nice and very quick load up. Nice and very quick load up there by the lads over at Widnes depot. So cheers, guys. Now the collection I've got is literally half a mile away in Widnes as well. So it won't take long to get there. For about 10 minutes if that. Starting to get a bit cold for ice creams, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the ice cream man near us, he comes round every week of the year, even in the middle of Christmas. I swear last time he came round, it was like -4 degrees. Kids still running out for ice creams. Be fair play to him putting the graft in, that's for sure. Make it through them lights. Well off, wasn't I? Just arriving now at the time of 25 to 4. I'm a little bit early for these guys. I think they're normally ready for about 10 to 4 or so, so not massively early. Just got to park behind the grey law. As soon as he's loaded up, I can go into position and start getting loaded up as well. There seems to be quite a lot here actually. And that is the last collection made. So thanks Paul for helping out. Appreciate that, mate. Feels a little bit weird trying to reverse out when I've got a wall right next to me. I'm not having the mirrors properly. It's a bit weird using their screens. I'm starting to get used to it though. They're not too bad on this truck, to be fair. I think it was a DAF truck last time I drove mirrorless. So cheers Ellis, thanks for a quick reload, mate. Yeah, so the daft trucks, what I'm realised, they don't seem to be as good as the Mercs on my personal experience with them. Each to their own though. I could have just had a duff truck. A little bit tight. Getting out of here again. I'm not gonna lie, I could actually get used to these screens, which has really surprised me. Right then, 4:15 on the way back to the yard to get emptied off over at the hub. I should be there for 5 o'clock. Voice went a little bit then. Offloaded, back at Haydock and finishing for 6 o'clock, I reckon. Just depends if there's a queue or anything. By the time I get to the hub, hopefully not. But if there is, I just do a bit of editing on the vlog. Always bring something with you to pass a little bit of time, guys. It's the most important thing. So I'm just at Widnes Business Park at the moment. So I've got to cut through Widnes itself to get onto the M62. Then onto the M6 northbound. And I've got to be honest as well, the M6 northbound, even though it's 50 miles per hour all the time, it's actually a lot better now the roadworks are all finished. Which is good, a little bit more free flowing. You just always get stuck in traffic around there. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case as much anymore. Watch now, I've gone and jinxed myself, haven't I? It's going to be gridlocked when I go around. I hope not, I really hope not. I'm not too sure what I'm doing for tomorrow's run just yet, it's not coming through on the scanner. Nice early indication, try and get past. Slow it down to 20. Back at the hub now for 5 o'clock and I'm in a queue. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more in front of me to get unloaded, which means that in theory I should be back at Haydock for about 45 minutes time. I'm going to say 5:45 and then finish off, drop the trailer and then finishing for 6 o'clock. That is the plan anyway. Home for 6:15. It's not too bad. The plan for tomorrow has came through already and I'm starting at 7 AM tomorrow, so I'll get a nice lie in. Before I do forget though, one thing I've noticed when I was parking up the truck is that light. That is so cool. That's one thing I really love, and I wish the MEN trucks had this next feature. Says it all, doesn't it? I don't even have to say anything. So on that note, I am going to call it a day on the video. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. As always, take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again. Bye for now.